Thanks, Lerato. Now, the market here is still under Monday blues, but there are some stocks that are beginning to show quite some impressive gains, such as Access Kenya. But joining us in studio now to take us through exactly what's happening on the Nairobi Stock Exchange is Samuel Wachira, General Manager, Drummond Investment Bank. Thanks for joining us, Samuel. Now, as we've just mentioned before, it's been a slow day starting us off at the market. How's the Monday effect impacting trading today?
Well, thank you very much, Terryanne. Just as you've noted there, we are seeing the Monday effect is affecting our market slightly. We saw the NSE 20 dip marginally today, and also a lot of activity, especially on a counter like KCB. A lot of investors, now that the KCB rates issue information is beginning to float in, we're seeing them offloading their stocks to be able to finance the KCB rates. But a lot of activity, especially from foreigners, a bit of that. We're seeing them buying Equity Bank, we're seeing them buying some of the large cap stocks like Barclays Bank, as well as Safaricom.
Now, some attention is back on the Access Kenya counter, and who are definitely still very confident that they are the market leader despite recent competition from Safaricom. What's your analysis of what's bringing up that counter, which closed the day at about 22 shillings?
Basically, Access Kenya has been one of the stocks that has suffered a lot of thrashing in the recent past, mainly because of the news that came through about their board wrangles, especially due to the fiber optic contract that was somehow overpriced. And because of that, we saw a lot of investors opting out of that stock, and so the stock came down all the way to 17, 16 shillings. And because of that, that stock has been one of the ones which really suffered a massive decline in the price as much as the market was going up. And as that now, we are seeing a lot of investors seeing a lot of value in the stock, mainly because we presume that most of those boardroom issues have been able to be resolved, and because of that, a lot of investors are already taking position on that counter.
Centum Investments is, of course, one of the greatest recipients of the market upturn, and we saw the company appreciate by about 71%. That's the stock in just about 5 months. What's your analysis of that?
Well, Centum, basically, just as you noted, there has been one of the stocks which basically looks at the moment as like a portfolio stock because of their investment in very, very diverse ventures, offshore as well as local. And as at now, just as we are seeing, they're thinking about real estate. And because of that, you're seeing them benefiting a lot, well, first of all, from the equity side, because of how the equities have performed in the recent past. And their performance of the stock basically going up 71% is an indicator of that, though their results came out. And as at now, their PE is standing at around 15, fairly puts it as a fairly valued stock.
Now, the company is diversifying its revenue streams, and as we've seen earlier, the CEO, James Moria, has projected that they will inject at least 6 billion shillings spread across the next 4 years into real estate and infrastructure. How do you see this impacting the performance of the market and consequently that particular counter?
Well, Centum basically have been one fund which has been trying out, especially some of the sectors which are not yet very well taken advantage of, and the ones which require a lot of capital. One of them is their venture into railroad. That is what they were doing in terms of the trains, and because of that did not pay off very well. It seems that they're changing their strategy, and right now they're looking at taking advantage of real estate. Well, looking at the Kenyan market, the mortgage market has not really grown as such, and we are seeing people like KCB, NIC trying to take advantage of that. And Centum is well positioned mainly because of their capital base, which is still good, and because of that, basically, if they can be able to position themselves right now, they will be able to really reap a lot of revenues because of taking advantage of the real estate. So
what are you telling investors right now in specific reference to Centum?
Centum would be a good both medium time as well as long term buy.
All right, slow start to the week. Your outlook as the days come on?
Well, we are looking still at some of the industrial stocks like East African breweries, whose results are just about or such, as well as taking advantage of some of the banking stocks whose half-year results are about to come out. We're looking at people like Barclays, people already speculating on them. We're looking at counters like Cooperative Bank, which are also speculating on. Well, KCB right now, it's more of now preparing for the rights issue, which I guess we are still working on as at now.
All right, thank you so much, Samuel. Samuel Wachira, General Manager, Drummond Investment Bank, bringing us the latest from the Nairobi Stock Exchange.